Uncharted 4 is by far the most anticipated PS4 exclusive thus far. Naughty Dog has a track record for crafting some of the best games ever, from their previous work in the Uncharted games to Crash to The Last of Us. When they release a product, you know it's going to be stellar. And with the release of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End just a few short weeks away, in this video we'll be taking a look at 10 amazing facts that you need to know about one of 2016's most promising. Let's get right into this. Number 1. Branching dialogue. As amazing as Uncharted has been, it's also always been a very linear experience. From point A to point B, there's never been any sort of player interaction that has changed the story. However, Uncharted 4 will include branching dialogue options. Now, I wouldn't get too excited and suddenly expect Uncharted to become something like Mass Effect. It doesn't need to do that, but having dialogue options will give Uncharted an added element to add a bit of variety with every playthrough.
Do you remember the theory that we had that Sir Francis Drake faked his own death?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, he did. I found the coffin.
Off the coast of Panama?
Yeah. All right, now get this. Okay, I open it up, right? And there's no body. But the bottom is his old journal.
Number 2. The grappling hook. One of the key pieces of equipment in Uncharted 4 is the grappling hook. You'll be able to use it to get around the various environments and implement it into your combat. The grappling hook will also be usable in the multiplayer to help you traverse through the maps much quicker. Number 3. Larger environments. As I said earlier, the Uncharted games have always been very linear. That always kept the game moving, but it would be nice to see a bit more options for exploration, and that's what we're getting in Uncharted 4. While the game will by no means be to the scale of a sandbox such as The Witcher or Fallout 4, the game will include much larger environments accommodating multiple pathways and increased verticality.
I think I lost him. Oh, shit.
Number 4. Seamless cutscenes. Uncharted does an exceptional job at keeping the story moving and progressing. Uncharted 4 takes that up a notch, now featuring seamless transitions from gameplay to cutscenes. There will be no black screen to load the cutscenes, and whatever weapons you are using during gameplay will be retained in the cutscenes. This allows for the game to never break the player's immersion. Number 5. The story. Uncharted has always done a magnificent job in keeping the player invested into the story and characters, and expect the 4th game to do just that, but even better. A Thief's End is set several years after the events of Drake's deception. Nate has retired as a fortune hunter and opted to settle into a normal life. But obviously that doesn't last long. His brother Sam, long believed dead, reappears requesting Drake's help. Nate of course accepts, and together they embark on a global journey in pursuit of a conspiracy behind a long-lost pirate colony and its treasure. Naughty Dog has described the story to be Nate's greatest adventure yet, testing his physical limits, his resolve, and ultimately what he's willing to sacrifice to save the ones he loves. Number 6. Graphics. What Uncharted does from a visual standpoint has always been jaw-dropping. Expect more of that from Uncharted 4, with ridiculous environment detail, amazing lighting, and facial detail being just a few of the things that Uncharted 4 will be raising the bar on. The animations are also being stepped up in a huge way. The character movement is expected to be much more natural and smooth, as just for Drake alone, Naughty Dog has captured 3.5 hours of different animations. In the past, Naughty Dog would utilize 2 different animations when Drake would pick up ammunition, one for standing and one for running. However, in Uncharted 4, Naughty Dog has created over 60 different animations for the pickup action. Even the very subtle things. If Drake is in combat, animations will be different if he has a pistol in his hand opposed to an assault rifle. Down to the most little and subtle things were worked on to make all of it feel natural and realistic.
Way to go, Sully.
Still got it. Come on.
Right behind you.
Number 7. Sam's voice actor. Sam is one of the major characters in Uncharted 4. He's had everyone making predictions already. Will he die before the end of the game? Maybe he'll backstab his own brother and steal all of the treasure. I can't answer that question, but what's also interesting is who's voice acting Sam. Troy Baker will be the man behind Sam's voice. He voiced Joel from Last of Us and Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 5. With Drake being voiced once again by Nolan North, expect the tandem to do a pretty good job. Number 8, the stealth gameplay. Naughty Dog learned a lot from working on The Last of Us, and a big part of that game was the stealth mechanics. Expect some of that to transition on into Uncharted 4 to make the overall gameplay evolve from previous games. It's to the point where you'll be able to lose the enemy's line of sight, sneak past them, and avoid the encounter altogether. Instead of the game being stand behind a cover, pop out and shoot, and then repeat, Naughty Dog wants the player to move through the environments and outsmart the AI.
Anything? Clear so far. All right, let's keep looking.
Number 9, AI improvements. The AI in previous Uncharted games, while it was by no means bad, it was pretty standard. In Uncharted 4, the AI has been vastly improved, with the enemies being far more reactive, precise, and quick on their feet. The enemies will coordinate with one another and try to flank the player. And every enemy won't just mindlessly be shooting at you, they'll have different roles and objectives. Finally, number 10, multiplayer improvements. The multiplayer in the Uncharted games have always been a nice addition, but I don't think it has ever been seen as the selling point for the games. With Uncharted 4, the multiplayer is seeing a big improvement. While the single player is running at 30 frames per second, the multiplayer will be running at a smooth 60 FPS. Not only that, with the inclusion of sidekicks, mysticals, and new weapons, the multiplayer is taking a big shot in the arm, and now it has potential to be a must-play component of the game. So that wraps up 10 amazing facts about Uncharted 4. What do you think? Will you be picking up the game on day one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.